Do you find yourself trying to motivate yourself to do things even though you know you want to do them? It's like this grueling process of trying to get yourself to do it. Motivation is absolutely not the easiest way to get something done, and I really don't believe it's the best way at all. So today we're going to talk about what motivation is and what might be better for you. Motivation is literally rationalizing with ourselves, coming up with the reasons why we want to do things. And it's like the more we have a good reason, the more we're going to make ourselves do that thing. Motivation is basically seeing that hurdle in front of us and just trying to plow through, keep going, or like clamber over it just to find another resistance ahead, right? Because you can motivate yourself, and then the next time you have to do the thing, you still have to motivate yourself, and you still have to motivate yourself, and it can be a very draining experience. This is often lifelong for many people. There's that one thing you want to do, and you try to do it, but you just always come up with excuses not to do it, or you just don't, for reasons you can't even fully comprehend. And the reason for that is because you have conflicting beliefs. There's a part of you that consciously wants this thing, but then there's a subconscious part of you that doesn't at all. It sees that thing or that activity or whatever as bad, as dangerous, or it sees where you are now as better and safer. So we are inherently wired to seek pleasure, avoid pain, and avoid pain before we go seeking pleasure, and also prefer familiarity over unfamiliarity. So we want to stay where we are, and we want to feel good, and we don't want to feel bad, and new things might make us feel bad, so we tend to avoid new things. And familiar things, no matter how bad they are, we're not dead yet, so we trust that they're not going to kill us, and that's really like our number one thing is if we can stay alive, then let's stick with that. We're doing something right. But when you have a goal, it's something you want to achieve, like we all want change, we want growth, we want evolution in our lives. That's also natural, right? So we have this balance of I want to be stuck and I want to grow. And often we can grow despite that little part that's like, oh, I'm a little uncomfortable with change, when we are in alignment with the direction we want to go. And that is really what you're probably looking for. When you say, I want to be motivated, I want that motivation to do the thing, instead of like finding that resistance and fighting against it and continually willing yourself to force yourself to do things, alignment is just like, oh, I want it, it feels right, let's do it. It's easy. And so what we really want is things to be easy and enjoyable and effortless and get where we want to go comfortably, right? So to get into alignment, we need to understand what our limiting beliefs are and let them go, because those limiting beliefs are the resistance. They are the obstacles that motivation is trying to push past. So instead of expending all our energy and focus on overcoming those hurdles and kind of like pushing through despite them, we look at them, we say, well, what is this hurdle? Where did it come from? Where is it in me? What is the belief? What is the belief that is holding me back? And then when you look at that belief, not just from a logical perspective, because the subconscious mind does not understand logic. So your beliefs and your emotions are not going to understand that rationalization that you're trying to use to motivate yourself, right? So we need to understand these beliefs from an emotional space to really get them, to get why they're there, what they're doing, and have compassion for the fact that they are there. Like, we created them. Like, let's just pause and recognize that a younger version of us created a belief that we don't want now, but it did it to keep us alive. It thought that that was necessary. So when we start seeking alignment as opposed to motivation, it's important to have compassion and just acceptance of ourselves, where we are now and where we came from. And accepting that is going to really help you get where you want to go in the future. I know it sounds counterintuitive, because if you just accept that you're not doing the thing you want to do, then you think you might stay stuck in that, but you're already stuck. You're trying to get out of that. You're trying to make yourself do something, everything in you is resisting it. So my number one recommendation, like first step, is to just acknowledge, okay, I'm here. I have resistance. That's okay. I'm a human being. I'm going to have resistance to things. I'm going to have created beliefs in the past that aren't going to support me now. This is just a whole thing that people do and it's normal. And maybe, right now, I'm not the kind of person who does the things I'm trying to do, but I can get there. But it's not so much pressure. It's I am perfect and okay and acceptable as I am right now. And when you have that attitude, you relax and allow yourself to really feel and process and share with your conscious mind kind of the deeper things, because you're not resisting your own self. You're not fighting against your beliefs, and your beliefs manifest through your feelings. They manifest through your actions or resistance to action, and they manifest through your thoughts. So when you address your beliefs, you're going to shift a lot. And when you let go of limiting beliefs, all those things that come up that give you all the reasons and excuses not to do the thing that you had an equal amount of reason to do, all that's going to be out of the way. And then it's easy. Then you're not fighting and everything feels good. And there's a healthy amount of discomfort, but it's not overwhelming. You can easily overcome that discomfort. It's not hard, maybe even inspiring for you. So an example of this would be wanting to go to the gym and lose weight and having a whole bunch of reasons why you want to do that. Okay, so you want to lose weight, you want to feel great in your body, you want to be healthy, you want to maybe go off your medication that's physical related, and you just want to be living a healthier, more active life and feel better, and you have all these reasons and how good it's going to be, and there's literally in your conscious mind no reason why you wouldn't want to do this for yourself. How many people do we know who want to lose weight and don't lose weight? A lot. So there's something within you that is resisting it, that is saying losing weight is pain or not losing weight is pleasure. So it's up to you to kind of uncover what part of you created that. Why is that there? And just accepting first, I'm alive, I am here. Okay, I may not be the exact size, weight, shape I would like to be, but I still am acceptable and lovable and absolutely perfect just as I am. And that's a practice that you're going to need to learn that self-love, but just try it. Just pause and breathe for a moment and just say, you know what, I'm here, it's okay. And you get to that space of acceptance, and then you can investigate and explore what those limiting beliefs might be. And two really common ones for weight would be, so on the end of pain associated to losing weight might be if you were brought up in an abusive environment, and as that child you developed the belief that if I was just bigger, I could protect myself, I could fight against my abuser, or something along those lines. And so as an adult, you're like, I want to lose all this weight and I want to be small and petite and whatever. And there's a deeper part of you that is like, danger, danger, danger. That could be extremely painful. That could mean death if you're weak. So, if you're small, you're not strong, you're not big, you can't protect yourself. So I want to make sure that you stay big so that you can protect yourself. And then when you recognize that that's where it came from, of course you're going to have compassion. That belief was created to serve you, to save you, to help you the best that little kid that you were knew how. And it just got programmed in your subconscious mind, and you didn't have to keep thinking about it. It was just there until you forgot that it was even there. And now you are seeing it again, and you're understanding it, and you're saying, oh, okay, the light's been shone on you again. Life's different. We're not there anymore. Let's let this go. Because, you really deserve to be healthy, and you are safe now, and you can kind of rationalize with that emotional part once you understand it from that emotional space where it lives. Alternatively, if it might be a belief that says that being overweight is pleasurable. So perhaps it's enjoyable that you're unwell. Maybe if you're on medication and you're sick, you get that attention. And it's no criticism. Like, our bodies and minds do crazy things to make sense of things, and maybe somewhere along the way, your subconscious mind created a belief that nobody pays attention to me, but I'm noticing that the bigger I get, the more and the sicker I get, the more people care for me, and I get that nurturing that maybe I never got as a kid. And I really, really crave that, and I really need that. I'm a human being, and it's been hard to get that. And now, being overweight and unwell, I get that attention and care that means so much to me. That if I get really fit and healthy, I might lose that. And so you have all this resistance to that. And again, you can process it, feel it, really get it, and accept that it's there. It's there. You don't need to be angry at it or yourself. And then you can let it go. Then once you let it go, it's like everything's easy. Then you're all in alignment. You don't have to push against anything. You don't have to force yourself and talk yourself up into doing things. You're like, yeah, I want to go do this. It's obvious. Every part of me wants to do this. Let's go do this. Of course, if you find yourself trying to motivate yourself, constantly having this resistance, not being able to understand what the limiting beliefs are or have that compassion, that compassionate space to explore that, then you can seek help. I'm a hypnotherapist. You can always work with me or see a therapist or another hypnotherapist to really understand what the limiting beliefs are. And I do recommend hypnotherapy because that's going to get to the limiting beliefs, specifically rapid transformational therapy, because you really do go back and understand where they came from and kind of talk to those beliefs and let them go, as opposed to just, again, trying to wire in new beliefs, new mindset, new approach without really fleshing out the limiting beliefs in the way. So rapid transformational therapy allows you to kind of go through that whole process in a session of what's the problem, where is it coming from, what are these beliefs, let's work with them, let them go, then let's wire in the new beliefs. So if you want to work with me, you can book a consultation below, just a 20-minute chat to figure out what you want to work on, what working with me would look like. I offer single sessions or a package of 3. Otherwise, wishing you all the very best. And I do not wish you motivation. I wish you alignment, because you deserve it and you absolutely can have that. Take care.